What is up, y'all? It's me, Daria, and we're here for week 7 of the PPL. This week, we are up against Travesty and their Canberra 2 Cannons. I've never played them before, but I've been checking out their content this season, and they also participated in PPL NX, did pretty good over there. Just recently made a bunch of changes to their team over here, and it's very, very scary now. We'll get to that matchup in a second, but before we do that, Travesty's information is down below. Please go check out their channel, subscribe, and check out their perspective. That'd be really cool of you. We're sitting at number 1 in the league right now, y'all. Like, pretty good season so far. We're 5-1 plus 10. We just gotta keep it up. We just gotta keep doing our thing. And I think we'll kind of, I feel like at this point, I would have to have a pretty big collapse to not make the playoffs. Wouldn't be the first time. So I'm gonna try and just keep it together here, and then try to be a threat in the playoffs. I got a scary team. Iron Treads is leading the league in kills, so what more can you ask, right? Well, you could ask for a cute little fur baby to hang out with you, but I have that as well. He's literally just hanging out here. He just really likes to sleep there, so who knows, maybe he'll be here for future videos too. I just gotta let him do his thing. But let's talk about our matchup. Let's talk about Pokemon. So Travesty has on their team a Roaring Moon, a Goldango, a Primarina, a Terra Thundurus, which is absolutely frightening, a Cinderace, an Ursaluna, a Iron Thorns, which is also Terra, which they've been using very well, so that's something we're gonna have to be hyper aware of. Vileplume, which I have had very difficult time with Vileplume in the past. Hopefully it doesn't thwart my plans here again. Scyther, which I don't think comes. It would be cool if we see it, but I really just I don't think it comes. There's a Vulpix, which I guess would come if they think that Chlorophyll Vileplume is the move for some reason, but it's not, so probably won't see Vulpix. And then there's a Pineco. So yeah, that's the team. I didn't do very well in my mocks this week. I'm not sure I have a great matchup, but we're gonna do our best. Let's talk about our set. I do have some fun stuff in store for y'all, as always. The first Pokemon we're gonna talk about, which is going to be our dedicated lead, Vanilla Punch, who is going to be Punching Glove this week. That way, like a Rocky Helmet Primarina or Effect Spore, Vileplume cannot ruin our day. A +2 Ice Punch can OHKO a Vileplume. If it is max HP, max physical defense, it's like a 40% chance to OHKO. And unless they click like Leaf Storm or Energy Ball, they cannot kill us back. I anticipate that they either click Giga Drain or Strength Sap though. And if that's what happens, that's fine. We can live a Giga Drain and then kill on the following turn. If they Strength Sap on us, then we're just gonna swap into something else. We're not gonna play that game. So Urshifu is a pretty good lead here either way, and there's still a 40% chance that we just delete the Vileplume. Also, if they try to go into Primarina, and we're +2, there's like a 75% chance that a Thunder Punch just OHKOs, even if it's max HP, max Fizz Def. So I think this is a really, really good lead into this team. Nothing can really just one-shot it unless they lead like Scarf Prim. I super don't think that's gonna happen, but aside from like a Scarf Prim lead, I don't think we really have too much to worry about. I guess they could also lead Thundurus, but I think that's gonna be more of a late game win con for them than something they lead with. Next up, we have Chalky Malt, the Iron Treads, the league kill leader. In more of a support role this week. Like, obviously we have attacks here, but we really just want to be able to spin and knock some items off. Earthquake can be pretty annoying. Ice Spinner can hit things hard like the Roaring Moon, the Vileplume, a Unterra Thundurus. It can even hit Ursaluna pretty good. Yeah, I think this thing just offers pretty good support. It can wear things down a little bit. We can keep hazards off the field. And Clear Amulet, I know seems weird here because there's no Intimidate users, but I found in mocks that Clear Amulet would have saved me on 2 separate occasions between a Strength Sapping Vileplume or a Memento Goldango to try and set up the win con. So I don't want to just straight up lose to Memento or Strength Sap, so I'm going to have a good clear amulet user. So if we get into a situation where Vileplume comes in and Strength Saps against Urshifu and Urshifu's failing to break through, we can just go into this for free because we don't fear anything that the Vileplume can do to us. It basically just lets us in for free, assuming there's no sleep powder. But I don't think we have to worry about that too much. Next up, we have Dark Chalky, the Tyranitar, who is going to be Choppleberry this week. So, you know, it can live things like a Focus Blast from the Goldango or like a High Jump Kick from Cinderace. And we can get up some Stealth Rocks because the chip is really good into this team. They don't have hazard removal, so getting those Stealth Rocks up will be highly valuable for us. We could Thunder Wave and paralyze some things for speed control, although I think more of a priority is to get up our Stealth Rocks and to knock some items off. Stone Edge is just there if we see a kill on something that's slower than us, which, you know, maybe like a physically defensive Primarina or like a Vileplume or something. Next up, we have Raspberry, the Enamorous. Raspberry is actually going to be Custap this week. We are EV'd to live a various number of hits and naturally get under the 25% mark and kind of catch them with a surprise Moonblast or Earth Power. There are even some situations where an emergency Healing Wish could be very beneficial to us, so enduring to ensure that we don't die into Healing Wish to heal up something like an Urshifu, or even like a late game Wincon could be really, really useful if we decide that Wincon would be better used as a breaker in the mid game. Speaking of, we have Choice Specs Vichyssoise, who may or may not be a Wincon this week. I mean, obviously it has a phenomenal speed tier against this team. Assuming no booster energy or scarves, this just naturally outspeeds everything. So being able to just come into this, which is almost always going to outspeed whatever it's in front of, and just drop a massive Seed Flare Air Slash on something seems extremely good. Seems extremely good. So Specs Vichyssoise is the play this week, and we'll see. It can either break or it can be the Wincon. It's more intended to be a breaker to try and set up our true Wincon, which is going to be Smoothie, our Toxtricity. We are running Shift Gear for the first time this season with Throat Spray. It is Terra Normal, so those Boom Bursts are doing $1 million damage, not a dollars. I don't know why I said dollars, whatever. And then we have Snarl for the Golden Go. The Snarl will basically, like, if they try to go a hard gold because they see us clicking Boom Burst, then we can catch it with a Snarl and make it weaker and get a lot of damage off and pop our Throat Spray. And then once we've gotten the... Oh, my other cat's here now. Now they're both here. Okay. After the Snarl chip, we should basically be able to just kill with a +1 overdrive. And if not, if they're bulky for some reason, the Snarl is going to make sure that they can't do damage to us. So Snarl is just a really good bring here either way. So yeah, that's the team. My other cat just ran off. You can see the boy has been disturbed. That's why he's up and looking around. And now he's just chilling again. Sorry, I'm a little spazzed out today more than usual. It's because the cat's here and he's just being cute and I'm distracted. And I'm also a little nervous about this battle because I feel like I could lose this one. I didn't do well in my mocks. I do think I have a build that can pull it off, but a lot of things are gonna have to go my way. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I can at the very least give y'all an entertaining battle, and we'll be back here for the battle in just a moment. All right, y'all, we are back for battle time. It's time to go. It's time to do the thing. So good luck, have fun to Travesty. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a good one. We know that it is Terra Ground Thundurus. That's a Scyther, y'all. That is a Scyther on my screen right now. And honestly, it looks kind of crazy into me. It looks kind of insane, actually. Oh, that's kind of a problem. I got nothing for that mon. Honestly though, like if I lose to a Scyther, so be it. Like that's actually kind of cool, but hopefully I don't. I think we should be okay. I think we should be okay. Love that there's no iron thorns. That's great. Big fan of that. The rest is about what I expected. I still think lead vanilla punch is the play. As long as it's not like lead scarf prim, I think we're in really good shape. All right. What do they lead with? Prim. It is lead prim. That's like the one thing I didn't want to see. That's like the one thing I didn't want to see. I don't really like what do I do here? I mean, it could be Scarf, right? It could absolutely be Scarf, and I think I have to scout for that. So I think if it's Scarf, they either Moonblast here because they're trying to catch me, or they flip turn, and I think either way, Chalky Malt is fine. I think we're safe to go treads here. They do flip turn. That could actually be Scarf. That could actually be Scarf. Into the Cinderace. Sure. Okay. This could be Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, or U-Turn. I think I always go Raspberry here. I think I pretty much always go Raspberry here. It's my safest switch. It's got the physical bulk. It can switch in on this. And now a U-turn. They got me in the blender right now. Okay, and that does 35. Can I get any information on that? Scarf. This is Choice Band. This is literally a Choice Banded Cinderace. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. A little scary, honestly. I cannot leave this out in front of Dango. Can't do it. I need to keep this healthy for the physical threats, especially because there's a fucking Scyther here now, which makes me completely reconsider the way I have to navigate this battle. I got special bulk on Chalky Malt. It is very specially bulky. I think I go into this and see what they want to lock into or click, and not necessarily lock into, obviously. I saw multiple scarfed golden goes in mocks, so Scarf is on the mind. Okay, so they Shadow Ball. What about that damage? What does that tell me? That's a weird damage roll. I'm not sure what to make of this. It's probably got some weird spread, with like some bulk and a little bit of investment. Makes me think it's probably Nasty Plot. So I think I'm gonna knock here. They withdraw, so free knock. Love that. What's this? Ursaluna. So you're AV. No more Assault Vest for you, so this is a lot less bulky. We also know that this can't set up, so that's good to know as well. But I still don't super have anything that I really want to switch in on this. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and EQ and just get some damage off on this and get this thing worn down. Every bit of chip on this is good. Drain Punch does kind of suck because it gets some of that health back. Almost makes me wish I would have went into Enam there. Because Enam would have ate that up, no problem. And Headlong Rush or EQ seemed obvious, so like I could have went Raspberry there. Whatever. If I go Vichyssoise, I think I have to click Seed Flare, which lets gold in, and I don't want to let gold in again. So I think I go Vanilla Punch. And then I gotta think about whether or not I want to Surging Strikes or Sword Stance here. It's kind of a tough call. I think I Sword Stance here, because this can't kill me. So we'll boost. They stay out, so they just attack us. They're AV. No para, please. Thank God. Okay, so no para. We're +2. We just Surging Strikes now. They stay out, so that's it for Ursaluna. Cool. That's a big threat and something that potentially stops the Tox endgame. Getting some chip on the gold now is probably next up to try and position for Toxtricity endgame. I think we probably set up on the Thundi, although it's Terra Ground. Scyther is in, which is terrifying and exciting at the same time. I have no idea what they want to do with this mon. I think I need to get in a Raspberry here, but I don't think I can. I'm not sure I can live 2 dual wing beats. It really depends on the investment here. So I think I have to go Dark Chalky first to scout the dual wing beat, then go into Raspberry to after we bait either close combat or a bug move, like lunge or something. Yeah, because if this thing is like adamant max attack, I don't think we can live to Trailblaze. Okay. That did what, about 140? Lots of really wacky rolls we're getting right now, making it hard to gather information. There's the close combat. They get a little bit of chip. They're -1. I do not think they can stay out here, right? They're -1. I could have Mystical Fire, right? I could have Mystical Fire. You just die. You just die at -1. If you're offensive, which you do seem to be offensive. So I think I'm gonna Earth Power here to try and catch the gold. Oh my god, that's so bad. They just SD in our face at -1? This is so bad. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we know they're not adamant max attack, so we should live a +2 dual wing beat from here. We should live a +2 dual wing beat from here. So I think we Moonblast. We probably... Oh, do we live? Easy. Let's see how much this does. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. And now we're in Custap range. We got there naturally. So yeah, now we get the surprise kill. I totally ran calcs to make sure this could live a +2 timid dual wing beat from a Scyther. Yeah, I absolutely ran calcs for that. Custap, baby! That's 2 weeks in a row. That's 2 weeks in a row we sniped a kill with Custap. Great work, Raspberry, as always. I don't know what else I set up on. I honestly have no idea what else I set up on here. I guess it's gotta be the Goldango. Which is fine, that's why we brought Snarl. Speaking of, I'm gonna Healing Wish here in case they throw. No. Just straight up Shadow Ball gets rid of me. Okay, that's fine. Do I go Toxtricity here? No, I think maybe I go Dark Chalky and get up Rocks. Rocks do look really good right now. And we got a lot of bulk. They can't kill us with anything. Unless it's like a crit, make it rain. That would do it. They withdraw. That might have been a throw. I think I needed to go Toxtricity there. Can I set up on this with Toxtricity? What do we know about this? We know it's got some investment, right? I guess we don't really know. We don't really know much about this yet. I'm just gonna knock here and get rid of its item. Maybe that can give us some information. They could just kill us. Entirely possible. but then we go clean into either Tox or Skymin. They surf. So we've seen surf and flip turn. We live. Hold up. We can get some information off that. I'm gonna Stone Edge just in case something weird happens, but this looks like it's modest. This looks like it's modest, which means I can't set up with Toxicity against this, because it could have Hydro Pump. I think I have to set up against, I think I might have to set up against the Thunderous. Because if I Terra normal, I can live one of anything, since they're Terra ground. So I think I go Vichyssoise now, because a Hydro Pump could kill. Hydro, we know they have Moonblast, Surf, and Flip Turn. That last move could be coverage for something, or it could be Hydro Pump. And if it's Hydro Pump, Tox is always dead to a Hydro Pump plus Sand Chip. So I just have to Seed Flare here and either kill this or get a ton of damage off on something. Alright, this is gone. Okay, so gold is in. I kind of want to go Vanilla Punch here. I wonder if a Make It Rain kills us. Not with your investment, it does not. So we're super good to stay in here. Yep, we'll just take our chip here. See what they want to do. There's plot. Okay. There's the plot. Then they're probably recover because they're bulky, nasty plot. So I go Vanilla Punch here. And I'm not going to kill them with the Surging Strikes here. But I should get some good chip and then hopefully put it in range of Vichyssoise. The problem here is that they are +2. But their Shadow Ball Make It Rain. I can't. Forces Mind Games. I can't really set up with Toxicity against this because it's a 50-50, right? Like, if I don't Terra, I die to a Shadow Ball, but if I do Terra, I die to a Make It Rain, so. I have to go into Vichyssoise after this. I might have threw. I think I needed to click Shift Gear with Toxicity way earlier in this match. I think I missed my window before Goldango was +2. Now I have to kill this. They definitely died a Seed Flare now, by the way, right? They're certainly in range. Okay, cool. That's another one for Vichyssoise, so that's 2 for Vichyssoise so far. Not terrible. Specs Vichyssoise worked out. It's just tremendous damage. Being able to just click Seed Flare and know that something's going to die is pretty nice. Alright, so here's the Cinderace. They live 1, and they just kill us with a fire move. The problem is, since this is banded, it also always just kills my Toxicity. But I don't kill this with Seed Flare. I can't kill Cinderace with Seed Flare. I can only kill Cinderace with, well, it's banded, so assuming it's got speed, I should be able to kill with an Air Slash, actually. Moral of the story, either way, is that I have to sacrifice my win con and hope that Vichyssoise can clutch this with Air Slash flinches. I think that's literally it. I think I have to come out, I have to kill the Cinderace with Air Slash, so we gotta land the Air Slash, and then we have to flinch our way to victory against the Thunderous. That is our win con. I'm so sorry, Smoothie. I have failed you this week. There was a window to set up and I did not take it, and that was my bad. Oh, what a bummer. Alright. Well, Vichyssoise's gotta do it. So first things first, we gotta land this air slash. Alright. Now we just gotta flinch down the Thundy. We just gotta flinch down the Thundy. I guess it could be Thunder Wave, and then we lose to Gold Magic, but hopefully, or Yellow Magic, whatever. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. There's been a lot of golds being thrown around in this battle with the Golden Go. All right, easy mistake to make. Anyone could have made it. Agility, fuck, no flinches. All right, I just need this to kill after 2 in Stealth Rocks. Oh shit, that's gonna kill. This is gonna kill. We're just gonna win, just straight up. No flinches needed. We eat that. We're good, no para. Ah, what? It lives on 1? Oh my god. Oh my god, what a battle, what an end. I must have like min rolled and a max roll, or max rolled and a min rolled on that. That's insane. That's so crazy. Oh shit. Well, good game to Travesty. Yo, that was a lot of fun. That was a blast. That was a great battle. I think I may have thrown by not going Tox earlier and trying to set up, but it was still fun. It was still close, and we had a win con at the end, and that's all you can ask for. So yeah, I guess I'll catch y'all back for Starlight Cafe. Hello once again, and welcome back to the Starlight Cafe. This week, we couldn't quite pull it off, but our shaymin Sky certainly did everything in its power to steal the win. And for their effort, we will be preparing their namesake this week, vichyssoise. Now, I've made vichyssoise before, but never this recipe. And if you didn't know, vichyssoise is basically just a French potato soup that's served cold. I actually really like it. But I know cold soup isn't for everyone. But considering how hot it is outside basically everywhere because the world is literally on fire, I thought a cold soup would be a good way to beat the heat. So without further ado, here's the recipe. For this one, you're going to need a large pot and a blender. The recipe card also calls for a fine mesh strainer, but honestly, that's optional. Let's go ahead and get started. So first up, you'll want to go ahead and place your large pot over medium-high heat and add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Make sure all the coconut oil is melted, and then you can go ahead and add the leeks. Cook until completely softened, which should take about 8 minutes. Once that's done, you can go ahead and add the potatoes. I used 5 large Yukon Gold potatoes that have been peeled and quartered. Toss to mix it all together, and then add 4 cups of vegetable broth and a bay leaf. Bring to a boil, and then reduce to a medium-low simmer until the potatoes are nice and tender. That should take about 30 minutes. After that, go ahead and remove the bay leaf. Then transfer everything else to a blender and blend until smooth. This is where you can pour through a fine mesh strainer if you have one. We do not. And we also don't mind our soup a little grainy, so I just poured it right into a Tupperware container. Now, this is where you can add a half cup of coconut cream and mix it together, then salt and pepper to your liking. Let it sit to cool off, and then cover and place in your fridge for at least 1 hour. It took us about 2.5 hours to get it nice and chilled. Once it's at the temperature you're looking for, you can serve in a bowl with chopped chives on top. And that's it. This one is really easy, and not particularly photogenic, unfortunately. And of the 3 of us that tried this dish, 2 of us, myself included, really liked it. 1 of us did not. As I mentioned, cold soup is not for everyone, but if you like cold soup or are open-minded and like trying new things, I would definitely recommend trying this one out. And that does it for week 7 at Starlight Cafe. Next week, we are going to try and bounce back against ARC and his North Dakota Nightmares. They are also one of the top teams in the league, so it should be a really tough one. But I have some really fun stuff cooked up for that. So be sure to check back, and I hope you have a wonderful week in the meantime. I'll see you then. Bye.